Happy Festivus, everybody, and welcome back to Costanza, a podcast about something. I am your host, Joe Costanza.
And Jake from State Farm,
This,
Festivus for the rest of us.
hell yeah, this is episode 60. And you guys are probably wondering, I'm also here with Stefan, Jay Gunn's coming in soon, and you guys are probably
No.
wondering, why are you doing this on a Tuesday night? Well, as you could tell from the title,
Because we wanted to.
yes, that, and also, if you could tell from the title, it is 2 years of the podcast, so it is a pretty special one, and it also is extremely fitting too because it is episode 60, which I kind of timed it perfectly for multiple different reasons, and also it is the last podcast of 2025. There's not going to be one next week, but there will be one on January the 2nd. That'll be the first one coming out in 2026. We will be reviewing the best and worst of 2025. Now, I originally was going to do this in this episode, but there's a little show called Stranger Things that has not fucking ended yet and will not end until the very final day. So we're going to do that next episode. So this week, I have a bit of news to talk about. But I would like to start off before we get into the goody two shoes. The past 2 weeks have been not personally. They've definitely gotten better for me, but the past 2 weeks have been kind of shocking in terms of deaths because there have been quite a bit, and it kind of happened all in the span of a week. One of them we haven't even found out until a month later, but I would like to give a little bit of a tribute to all of these guys. So the people you're seeing on screen right now are people who have passed away in the recent weeks. On the top left, you have actor James Ranson, who is an actor from The Wire, and he also did Adult Eddie in It Chapter 2. He sadly took his own life a couple weeks ago. On the top right, you see NASCAR superstar Greg Biffle and his family, and also he is a hero in my book because last year during the North Carolina hurricane, he actually sent in a bunch of like goodies and like needs for people that were in desperate need of help for the hurricane. So in my book, he is a hero. He sadly got into a plane crash along with his entire family
Oh my
on the
god.
on the 18th of December. Horrible tragedy. And another horrible tragedy is director slash actor Rob Reiner and his wife sadly got murdered. A lot of people could compare this to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Both of them were horrible murders and never ever should have happened. And it is an incredible. It's an imaginable tragedy what they've been through. It is absolutely awful, huge loss in Hollywood and in general. And this one hurt. This one hurts a lot because I used to watch him. But bottom right, we got Lamar Wilson. You'll definitely recognize him if you've been on YouTube long enough. He's best known for his unboxing videos and also his collabs with Dashy Games. Again, along with James, he took his own life sadly on November 21st. We didn't find out until the 13th of December. And the reason why I am talking about these is because I think it's incredibly important, especially involving like taking your own life. This is just a message for those who are going through mental health struggles and stuff like that. Help is available. You have somebody in your life that can help you out. Doesn't matter who it is, whether it's family, friends, therapists, anybody. People are here to help you. You are not alone in this fight. You can win this, and you've probably heard this millions of times, but I just want to get this into your guys' heads because suicide is a horrible tragedy, and it's a common thing. It's a common thing. It's way more common than you think, and it's just I just wanted to say people can and will help you out. Call or text 988 and you can speak with someone today on the suicide hotline. You are not alone in this fight. Please, like, please be there for each other. You never know if tomorrow is promised for you guys. And rest in peace to everybody On rest in peace to everybody in this picture right now. Moment of silence for all these before we get started. Thank you, and God bless them. All right, that took a little
God
out of
bless
me.
him.
And hi, Jay Gooden. You got in at a little emotional time. So, how you doing, man?
Hold up. Hold up. All right, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm straight.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. With that out the way, let's get started. So, I think music is good. All right. So, episode 60, 2 years. How am I gonna start this off? Well, I have some news for you guys. There is a certain trailer that came out recently. You might have heard of it. It's an Avengers Doomsday trailer. And before I reveal the photo, I just want to let y'all know there are some spoilers. So if you don't want to hear about it, I suggest you click off. Or if you're watching while this is at a VOD, skip through it. But there is a big reveal that they showed. They showed it in the premiere of Avatar: Fire and Ash. And apparently there's 3 more coming. There's one I think coming out on Christmas, and then there's one New Year's, and then I'm pretty sure the official trailer will come out the week afterwards. But, and I'm gonna let y'all know again, spoilers ahead. If you don't want to hear about it, click off or whatever. But they did reveal a certain character that is showing up, a character that has not been shown in the chair reveal.
It's the virtual boy.
It's not. I promise you it's not the virtual
Hey,
boy.
Joe, your mic kind of lags a little bit from me.
Is it lagging for you guys?
A little bit. It's like turning
well-
on and off.
Yeah. Oh, just a little bit, but it's not bad.
Okay,
I still hear you clearly.
I'm gonna ask
It-
the
it'll,
chat
like,
if it's
stop.
good.
It'll like stop, and then all of a sudden you come back, and it like sounds kind of quick or something.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that. But, alright, so the reveal that they showed, Captain America is back. And I'm not talking about Captain Falcon. Chris Evans is back as Steve Rogers.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
So, I'm kind of on the fence about this. I'm not gonna lie. Because on one hand, fuck yes. I'm excited that he's returning, and I'm excited that he's back. But at the same time, why would you reveal this? Like,
Yeah, that really should have been a surprise.
people are gonna complain like, oh, it got leaked, like blah blah blah. Like my issue is not the leakers, because it was bound to happen because it's Doomsday. It's like the biggest event since Infinity War. But why Captain America? Why not show us a character that is already in the film? You know, like they have a Thor trailer coming soon, and Doctor Doom, and the official trailer's coming out in a couple weeks. Why would they show Captain America, a character that, one, was only rumors at a point, and two, probably should not have been revealed in the first trailer alone? Like, I get it, you kind of want to get that surprise factor and get people into seats, but it kind of already was that with the X-Men and Fantastic Four showing up, and Robert Downey Jr. showing up as Doctor Doom. I feel like if you added Captain America to the mix, what else are you hiding? Like, are you hiding that Tobey Maguire's in the film? Is Hugh Jackman in the film? Like what surprises are they keeping from us if they're showing Steve Rogers? It makes no sense to me. But I hand it off to you guys. What do you guys think of it about this?
Well, I'm a little mixed because on one hand, I did like how they ended his story, but on the other hand, it's like, fuck yeah, Captain America's coming back, the real one. And I am also, I really did love Steve Rogers, but I do agree with you. They probably shouldn't have revealed it. That probably should have been a surprise. Like you go into the theater, then you see Captain America up here. You're like, oh my god! And now it's like, yeah, I expected you to come here. It's not a surprise anymore. It's like,
Like
you know,
Spider-Man No
you
Way
already
Home.
knew it. Yeah, kind of like that.
I mean, the difference between
Oh,
No Way
man,
Home
that
and this
trailer.
is that
I forgot about No Way Home's trailer.
yeah, I mean the difference between that and No Way Home is they didn't show the two biggest reveals in the trailer. They did it in here. Hey zombies going on, how you doing? Welcome on in. It's good to see you. But yeah, they showed the two biggest reveals in the movie itself. They only showed like Doc Ock and Green Goblin in the trailers. They showed Captain America in the first fucking trailer.
What about Far From Home for Spider-Man? Didn't that spoil Iron Man's death?
Yes, but Endgame was out after the trailer came out. So, and I think everybody basically knew that Iron Man's dead. It's like public knowledge at this point, you know? So, like, it's like, oh, Iron Man's dead. Shocker.
Well,
But
I thought it came out slightly before Endgame.
no, it didn't.
The trailer.
They did put a spoiler warning where it's like, oh, spoilers for Endgame if you're the one person for some fucking reason hasn't watched it yet. But no, it was obvious that Iron Man, like, he was biting the bullet. But I just think that, like, I don't, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, honestly. Like, I get it, like, you're getting us hyped for the film, but not only is the multiverse extremely overdone now, I just feel like you're wasting your big character reveal as a trailer, and let alone something that people are leaking online, and, like, again, like, what else is there, you know? Like, is it... I'd say, like, if
You know what,
Toby and Hugh Jackman are showing up, it's not going to be as big a surprise anymore.
You know, that does kind of concern me. Like, why would a trailer be, like, showing off all the best parts of the movie? That kind of makes me think that maybe the movie itself won't be that good. It's like, watch my movie, Captain America's in there. But then when you watch it, like, what if he has only, like, 2 minutes of screen time or something like that? Like, you know?
Yeah, because it's gonna be like people are gonna be expecting when this guy's gonna go show up, and like, you know, when is his importance gonna like come through? Because like the big reveal is already done, so it's like when are we going to actually, like, you know, see him coming into play? And then people are gonna start like predicting moments, so it kind of ruins the suspense. It will ruin, like, you know, just like the build up for expectations for the movie and for particular events when they actually revive or when they actually like flow. So, you know, just ruining this kind of like is this just the worst tease? The worst tease, and then, like, you know, when things actually like start flowing, it's like you're kind of like dragging yourself through the mud as if it's a chore to watch the film. You get that dragging sensation, that feeling, and then that's when the movie starts to unravel, because like your feelings for what you should have felt, not knowing that Captain America is in this movie, you know, it just now it just feels like, okay, well, I know, when is that dude gonna show up? When can we get this over with? Let's make this happen. When's it gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird to feel. Yeah.
I'm kind of sad that Marvel's kind of lost their touch. There used to be a time when, you know, the MCU was like the best movie franchise ever, and, you know, you used to be like, they were constantly spitting out great movies, and like even like the worst movies that they made were still watchable, and they're like mid at least.
Right.
But like I miss those times, because now like their bad movies are like really, really bad. But like there was a time like in like phase 2 of Marvel, sometimes they're like worse movies, like Thor: The Dark World. I could still watch that. Like, it's a watchable movie. It's just not as good as the other ones, but I'd watch that over like something like Quantumania any day.
Yeah, Quantumania, Eternals, like all that stuff. Like half of modern Marvel is just like boring bullshit.
I'm sure I could rewatch Thor: The Dark World and have a big smile on my face and be like, these were the days, and this was the worst one.
I could watch Thor: The Dark World with a big smile on my face. People are like, how could you do that? And I say, I watched Quantumania. I could take anything.
Right.
Oh, man.
I feel like Marvel lost its spark after Endgame.
that's what a lot of people have been saying. Like after Endgame was like the series finale, and Phase 4, 5, and
It's like-
6 were like the kind of revivals where it's like, okay, we made a proper conclusion to the show, but ABC bought renewed us for like 3 more seasons, so let's just do 3 more seasons of the show, which reminds me a little bit of Buffy, but still, I just feel like they're really running its course. They're like really milking the franchise now, where even DC is catching up to them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you feel this with, you also feel this with Marvel Television as well, not just the films, right? Because there's only like a few gems, and that's in like Daredevil, Punisher, No Way Home with Spider-Man.
yeah,
There's only like a few
Daredevil
gems
and
now,
X-Men
so
are
it's
like the only two shows worth watching now.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
so weird, man.
X-Men
because now
97,
we're-
yeah.
Mhm.
What about that Punisher movie that they're gonna make, like the short film?
That doesn't really count
I'd
because
watch
it's like a
that.
special presentation. But yeah, I'd watch that too
Yeah.
for sure.
Honestly, they should have just rebooted the Punisher show like they did with Daredevil, like continued it. That would have been great.
Yeah, I agree.
Now I'm kind of just expecting him to be sprinkled into different projects, here and there.
Yeah, I mean he's showing up in Spider-Man, so we'll see.
That's what's up.
But yeah, the Netflix shows were really good. And speaking of Netflix, there is something that I'm very excited about, and I know Jake is too. There is a Peaky Blinders movie coming out, set
Yeah.
on March 20th, 2026, and Thomas Shelby is returning along with Rebecca Ferguson, Tim Roth, Stephen Graham, Barry Keoghan, and Sophie Rundle. Some of those actors are from the Peaky Blinders show, others are very new, like Tim Roth. And Rebecca Ferguson, best known for Mission Impossible. I think. Yeah, she's in Mission Impossible. And it's titled The Immortal Man, which I don't know much about it. I don't even know if they know much about it, but it is the return of Thomas Shelby and the Peaky Blinders. So as a fan of the show, I'm excited for it.
I'll have to brush up on the show. It's been a little while since we've seen it, but yeah, I am really excited for it.
I agree. It's looking really good. So I've seen like some set photos, and I know Mercury, if you're watching, get hype. And speaking of get hype, The Boys announced their 5th and final season. They released a trailer not too long ago, I think. And as someone who's okay with the show, not a mega fan, I don't really hate the show either. I did hate season 4 though, I hate to say. This honestly looks not too bad. And for those who don't know The Boys, it's basically a different take on the superhero genre. It's like different from Marvel, DC, all that stuff. It's like basically if superheroes are part of like the political chain and all that stuff, it does go a little too far in a lot of ways, I think, in terms of like the political aisle and also sexual stuff and gore stuff. It goes way too. It makes Game of Thrones look like Blue's Clues. It's that bad. I just feel like it is a good show. Don't get me wrong. I think the first 3 seasons are good, but I feel like the show is like, especially season 4 is kind of like, I think it lost its touch a little bit. But either way, very looking forward to The Boys. It looks like Soldier Boy's returning. And for those who are excited for The Boys, yeah, get hype. It looks pretty good. What else? I think there's something else that I forgot to mention. Yeah, I swear to God, there's something else. Let me look at the list that I said, because I believe it was something else. Okay, yeah, no, I need to get this photo up. I totally forgot about this, because for those who don't know, the Game Awards happened, and there is a lot of controversy, but also a lot of cool winners and stuff. Tasha, if you're watching, you know exactly the controversy I'm talking about. But let me.
I know nothing of this, so this is new to me.
One sec. Let me pull the picture up.
Virtual Boy 1.
No, that's
I'll
that's
give you
that's
exactly
Google.
1 second.
That is Google. Let me go back to the boys real quick. Where the fuck is it?
Virtual Boy 1. No, I'm kidding.
The Virtual Boy didn't win. There were also some
But it's not Mario
announcements.
Kart, kid.
Yeah, there were some announcements. Like there was a Street Fighter movie that is coming out. A couple of Tomb Raider games coming out. It's a pretty good lineup for 2026. But let me look at the winners real quick. Show winners.
Speaking
Yes.
of 6, what about GTA 6?
That's
What's
still that one most anticipated. So, Game of the Year, the nominees were Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, a lot of 2s, and DK Bonanza. The winner of that was Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which pissed me off. Best game direction, that was also Claire Obscure. It's basically Baldur's Gate all over again. Claire Obscure also won Best Narrative. Oh, would you look at that? Claire Obscure also won Best Art Direction. And you're not gonna
that
believe
wasn't
this.
one-sided, though.
Claire Obscure also won Best Score in Music.
Gee.
You're about to get into this when I'm listening in. Yeah, I'm sorry, babe. You can put your thoughts in here. Best audio design, for once it's not Claire Obscure Expedition, and instead it was won by the GOAT, Battlefield 6. Which also, by the way, rest in peace to the guy who made this game. He also died in a car crash recently, so my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. I totally forgot to put him in the tribute. I am so sorry. But yeah, Battlefield 6 won. Best performance, somebody from Claire Obscure. Charlie Cox was in the game? Hold up, I gotta play this fucking game.
Oh snap! That sounds epic.
You went from hating it to wanting to play it.
Because
Maybe it is the best game
it's,
ever.
because it's Charlie Cox. He's Daredevil. Doom the Dark Ages won Innovation and Accessibility. Games for
Please
Impact.
tell me his character's blind.
Something. No, I don't think he is. Best ongoing game. So this one also pissed me off because the nominees for best ongoing game were Final Fantasy 14, I think. What is that? XIV. I think that's 14, right?
That's 14.
That's
That's 14.
14.
Yeah. Final Fantasy
Yeah,
14.
Roman numerals.
So,
Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky. I was rooting for either Rivals or Helldivers. No Man's Sky fucking won.
Well,
What the heck is that?
But
over both of those?
but I do have some good news for Rivals fans. Deadpool's coming into the game, which I'm very happy about.
Good.
heck yeah.
And Gambit's also in the game, which I'm about to make a name for myself. But anyways, best community support. Again, Helldivers 2 lost to Baldur's Gate 3. Fuck you. Anyways. Best independent game. Oh, hello, old friend. Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
How many awards do they gotta win?
All of them.
They also won Best
But not-
Debut
it's not
Indie Game
enough.
over Dispatch of all things.
Collecting these awards like an Infinity Stones.
God, they collect more rings than Tom Brady in his football career.
Right?
They collect more rings than Taylor Swift. Oh wait.
They collect more rings than Sauron did. Actually, wait, he didn't collect
It's
any
only
of them.
one
He
ring.
Died. He died. Well, actually, no, he had all those other rings.
Best
as well.
action
The
game,
dwarves.
Battlefield 6 lost to Hades 2. Best
Let's
action
go,
adventure.
Battlefield 6.
No, no, Battlefield
let's
6
go,
lost.
Battlefield 6. Ah,
Best
Yeah,
action
Battlefield-
adventure, Silk Song, which I'm happy about, even though I never played the game.
yeah, I never played it before. Well, I heard some good stuff about it though.
But you guys are not gonna believe this one. Guess what won Best RPG?
What?
Expedition 33.
Expedition fucking 33.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, best family game. I'm actually okay with this. So best family game. The nominees were
Donkey Kong.
DK Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Cross Worlds, and Split Fiction. Bonanza won that, so I'm happy about that.
Good, I'm getting that for Christmas.
It's a good game. I only played like 30 seconds of it, and it's really good. Uh-oh. Okay,
okay.
this is where the controversy comes in. So,
boy, yeah,
okay.
I feel it. I feel it. I
Best-
know exactly what you're about to say.
Best sports / racing game. EA Sports FC 26, F1 25, Rematch, and the two big ones, Cross Worlds and Mario Kart
Your
World.
Mike's doing it again.
Cross Worlds and Mario Kart World. Guess which game won?
Probably
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart World.
Claire Expedition
Yeah,
33.
because,
No,
yeah, because,
it's Mario Kart World.
PlayStation 33 comes out of nowhere. Hey, I'm winning
won
this.
over-
Well, you're not a racing
It-
game. Now we are.
that is so biased, man. Seriously?
No.
Yeah,
I
it's Mario
know.
Kart World.
Like,
They won.
Come on, man.
yeah.
No, look, it's nothing against Mario Kart Worlds. Okay, all right. It's a really great game. I know it is. I don't, but it's just like, dude, it still triumphs over Cross Worlds after everything that Sega put into that game. Sonic Team put into that game too. Like, really? It just felt like the more complete package.
Exactly.
That's a stain right there.
When
That's a stain right there.
when
man.
my friends
Yeah.
and I were reacting to the game.
It just yeah, no, it's just like just a side note, like sports related. I know we're talking about video games. It kind of feels like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds got snubbed out the playoffs, and then for Mario Kart World to get in. Yeah, so it feels like that. It's just a stinger, man. I mean, like, dude, this is just my own opinion. Like Crossroads was just a much better game. I mean, like, it's just, and they get tainted like that on the biggest stage, man. It's just,
Yeah,
And
and
Mario Kart World got
yeah.
booed, and Sonic Cross Worlds got tiered.
yeah,
wow,
they did.
Wow.
Yeah, the world
Yeah.
got booed. But
Yeah,
like I was in VC with Tasha and some of her friends reacting to the Game Awards. Let me tell you, I've never heard Tasha this pissed off before in my life.
oh yeah, she was fuming, man.
She
I
was
bet.
fucking
Oh,
pissed.
she
She was pissed.
was.
And the people, they were like booing Mario Kart World and then cheering Sonic, man. It
Yeah.
just shows you that they were probably like paid off or some shit. You know?
Probably.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
doubt. I
mean,
wouldn't have no doubt about my
Nintendo's-
mind that Nintendo got made, but yeah.
Is Nintendo still doing all that, stuff where they're like, copywriting literally everything to ever exist in video games?
I don't
Or,
know,
like,
because
trying to screw
if
over
that's the
indie
case, then my stream is
developers?
fucked, as I'm playing Gusty Garden right now.
Hi, Nintendo, don't take us down.
We love you, Nintendo. We're only joking. Mario Kart World is the greatest game to ever exist. Anyways, at Diddy Kong.
That Joey sexual refusal to Dusty Gardens.
Yeah, at
Your
Diddy Kong, you
hypnosis is
motherfuckers.
working on us.
Anyways, when my Tasha says when my friends and I were reacting to the Game Award,
Wait, what do you do with the monkey?
I said at Diddy Kong.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else. Never mind.
No, I would never hurt my boy. Anyways, so Tasha says when my friends and I were reacting to the Game Awards, one friend had a bet to drink each time Expedition 33 was mentioned or won an award, and my friend barely got up in the morning. So yeah, that should tell you right there that Expedition
Yeah.
33 won all of the awards. Oh god. Best adaptation, and by this it's like best like adaptation in terms of movies and shows. The Last of Us Season 2 won over Minecraft, which honestly, good fucking riddance.
Yeah, right.
To no one's
Yeah,
surprise,
See, that makes sense.
Fuck the Minecraft movie.
the fuck Last of Us Season 2 as well, because I heard it was bad, but I mean, it's like rock in a hard place at that point.
Wait, so no one likes
alright, it was-
Minecraft
it was a-
movie?
No, Minecraft movie's terrible. Everybody's hated it.
Okay.
I never even watched it, so but I just heard some.
I
bad,
wouldn't
bad
bother
things.
watching it.
That's
Yeah.
about it, so,
Jockey?
But to no one's surprise,
Yeah.
GTA 6 won most anticipated game of next year, beating Wolverine and 007. Moist Critical
First
one.
Light? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Moist Critical won the Content Creator of the Year. It should have been Queso, even though he wasn't nominated. Best esports game, Counter-Strike 2, which I'm okay with. Esport, I don't give a fuck about esports.
Counter-Strike. Yeah, Counter-Strike 2 is forever gonna be here, man.
Yeah,
I don't think that game's ever gonna die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. But yeah, that's all the Game
No, that's a
Awards.
given.
Yeah, pretty controversial, don't you think? The announcements
Yeah, just a little
You
bit.
know,
the announcements were good. Like, I think the Street Fighter movie looked sick, and some of the Lara Croft games look really good. But besides that, I'm like, okay, it's a little iffy. So
I like the fact that Street Fighter movie is gonna get back to the roots of the actual game. I mean, like fuck the rights of Chun-Li. I don't know who greenlighted that movie a long time ago. Like that was like over 10 years ago. That should be erased from history. Like, yeah, just restart with this movie and make this the actual initial Street Fighter movie. Like, we're not talking about like the one from the 90s either, from like Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think that that was a movie that was kind of like wheezy, but like it was interesting in its own time. But this, I really feel like it's the actual real true restart, or just brand new edition of what the Street Fighter movie franchise should be. So I'm actually kind of hyped for it.
yeah, I agree. Very looking forward to it.
Yeah.
They got a lot of good staff on this movie.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah. And also something that I'm very looking forward to talking about is FNAF 2. So, I don't know who's seen FNAF 2.
I think our first video was on the first movie, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, so, fun fact, our first podcast ever recorded was on December 23rd, 2023, and, I'll talk about it more at the end, but, our first episode, one of the three things we were talking about was a review of the first FNAF film, so I figured it was good to extend it to today to talk about it instead of talking about it on the 19th, I'm pretty sure, whatever Friday was, which is what I originally was going to do. But I'm like, you know what? 2 years is coming up for the podcast, FNAF 2 is out, might as well just do it. And also it's episode 60, so it's doubly special, so... yeah.
Right.
For those who have not seen FNAF 2, which I assume is not much because it's been out for a while, you have been warned there are spoilers. If you don't really care about spoilers, then feel free to, yes, hashtag episode 60. Feel free to stick around if you don't care, but if you do care, have a good one. But either way, spoilers for FNAF 2. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, who here has seen FNAF 2 besides me and Jake?
No.
I have not seen FNAF 2, but I'm here for the laughs and the jobs.
Do you care if you see FNAF 2, or do you care if we spoil it?
No, you can spoil it.
Not really. You can spoil it. I'm gonna watch it anyway, so it's gonna be like, it's whatever. Yeah. I'm just here for the vibes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna be the bearer of bad news. Markiplier is not even mentioned in the film. So,
Wow.
Oh, snap.
I was disappointed, to say the least. Because that was the
Yeah,
Because
one...
he cheated on a speed run.
that was the one
He's
actor I was
probably-
hoping to show up.
It's probably because of Iron Lung again. He was still probably working.
Because
on
Oh,
it.
he cheated on
yeah!
a speed
Dude,
run.
Iron Lung, the trailer came out. It looks so fucking good. I'm so excited for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it does look really good. It looks just like the game.
Didn't Markiplier cheat on his FNAF speed run? Isn't that the reason why they didn't want him in the movie?
No?
Yeah. No, that's probably not why. But in 1020 mode of the second game, yeah, there's a lot of evidence that he cheated. But that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways,
Ish.
Markiplier and Jacksepticeye are both making movies, so yeah, congrats, boys. Very happy. I watched you guys for 10 years,
Congrats.
so yeah, it's great. It's great to know that you guys are moving up in the world. But anyways, yeah, go watch Iron Lung. Buy tickets. It looks really good. anyways, so yeah, Jake, what did you think of FNAF 2? Since you are basically out of the four of us the most into FNAF.
So, I would see from 2 point of views. I'll give it my ranking as a FNAF fan, and I'll give it my ranking as a movie like judger. You know, so as a FNAF fan, as the experience I had, because I went with another friend of mine. He also plays the games and he really enjoys it. As far as the experience went and stuff, 8 out of 10. But as far as me judging the movie for like as a movie, I would say it's a 6 out of 10 because it's still mid. I think so. I think the movie's over-hated by critics, but also over-loved by fans. And I think critics kind of just hate on the movie a bit too much than they should. And fans over-like the movie like it's a second coming of Christ or something like that. Because the movie, what, seriously, but also like critics are acting like it's the worst movie ever made. I've never seen a movie this bad. I'm like, come on. You've seen movies far worse than this one. Come on. But I would say, yes, it did leave a lot to be desired, but it also did improve on the first movie in a few areas. I will say this movie is more fun. If you're looking for something like scary, why are you watching a PG-13 Blumhouse movie? Are you stupid? But seriously. Like, what are you expecting? The Terrifier? Like, it's fucking... Seriously. But this movie is meant to be like a fun kind of like popcorn flick kind of. If you're into like those kind of like 80s and 90s like schlocky horror movies or something like that are more fun and entertaining, you'll probably like the movie. But if you're looking for something that's really like serious, you're probably not going to like it very much. But I laughed a lot in the theater. I laughed at the movie, but also with the movie. There were some legitimately funny moments in there that actually did make me laugh. The dialogue and acting definitely was not Oscar worthy, but I don't think it was the worst thing ever. Damn. I mean, honestly, if you judge this movie like the same way you would like judge like the Star Wars prequels, for example, I mean, the prequels have worse dialogue. I mean, I don't see Toy Freddy saying to Chica, I don't like sand. Like, come on.
That would have changed the entire movie if he said that.
Right.
Gosh.
Just the children, not the men or women, just the children. Man.
But I would say, like, I came into the film with, like, very low expectations because of how bad the critic score was. Because of how low the critic score was, I came in with low expectations, but I was actually pleasantly just surprised to see that it was actually mid. Because kind of like the first movie, the movie was kind of mid. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. So I'll talk about the things that I liked. I liked the design of the animatronics was really well done. I think they did a great job with the practical effects of them. I'm happy. I did like the different Easter eggs and like lore references that only fans could get. I thought that was really good with the fan service. I'm happy that they actually had, you know, Mike Schmidt actually play FNAF 2, because in the first movie he just slept through fucking everything. I like it how they
nice.
actually had to have him like I like it how they actually had to have him like shine the flashlight down the hall, put on the Freddy mask and stuff, and like the little references to the games with him like coming out of the vents and stuff. I was cheering
who
when
does
they
Mike play again? Mike plays the phone guy, right? Or no, he plays Freddy.
No, Mike is Josh Hutcherson. Josh
Who's
Hutcherson
that?
plays Mike Schmidt.
Yeah, Mike
I
Schmidt's
forgot what character is Mike
was-
again, the phone guy?
No, you're thinking of a different
No,
Mike.
The night guard, right?
You're thinking of a different Mike, I think. Because there's another Michael in the game, but...
Phone guy doesn't exist in the movies.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he's the night guard then, right?
The main character, yeah, Mike.
Yeah, the night guard. Yeah, the main guy. Yeah, okay. Wait, why
Yeah,
isn't
but I'm
phone guy in
happy-
the movies?
Because he doesn't need to exist, because he's just a tutorial character for the games.
But it would still be nice
But,
though. But okay.
It would be a nice little reference, but I was really happy when he decapitated Balloon Boy, because I fucking hate that thing. annoying
God.
ass little piece of shit. Oh man. But that theater was a lot of fun. I would say like there were a lot of fun moments. Like there was a moment where Mangold jumps on top of a car and starts attacking it and stuff. That was a pretty cool scene. One of my complaints though is that I wish those scenes lasted longer. I think they focused too much on the subplot that no one cared about and focused too little on the scenes that people actually wanted to see. I really liked the scene where like Mango was like attacking the car. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, and then it went by lightning fucking fast. I'm like, okay, now that's done. But I did like that. I did actually like how they handled the marionette in the movie. That was a unique direction, because what they do in the movie is something unique where the marionette can actually possess people. It like merges with their body, and that's something we've never seen in the games or anything. And I think that was actually pretty cool idea that they incorporated into the film. And I thought that was kind of unique as well. Now for my criticisms of the movie, I would say the biggest flaw would be the pacing. Because the movie has an even shorter runtime than the first one, it felt like they were trying to do so much on such a little runtime that they tried to throw everything into this movie, but it didn't really have enough time to cook. It felt like what was there was a good idea, but it didn't get fleshed out enough to actually be 100% effective. I feel like if the movie was longer, if it was a longer movie, which I wouldn't complain about, because then they would have time to explore things and explain things and, you know, kind of let sequences go on a bit longer. So I kind of wish that they did that a little better. And one of my biggest flaws is the ending. The ending of the movie was very fucking rushed, and I feel like it should have gone through a rewrite, the ending.
Kind of like how
it kind of ends on a
was.
cliffhanger. Yeah, it ends on a cliffhanger, which I'm not upset that it ended on a cliffhanger, because, you know, they were always planning on making a third movie anyways. The problem that I have is they tried to do literally everything in one ending when they should have just stuck with one thing. And
like how
I kind of feel like, yeah, it was like so rushed at the end. It's like shit just happened and then it just stopped happening, and then like before you knew it, the movie was over. It was pretty jarring, that ending, I will say. Because overall, like I know like the second game was chaotic and random when you play it, which I guess it worked for the game. I don't really think it really works for a movie though. But another flaw that this film has is that it suffers from being a second movie in a planned trilogy. And I kind of think about this movie like Halloween Kills. You know how Halloween Kills didn't really have a story of its own. It was just trying to set up for Halloween Ends and conclude the story of the 2018 movie. That's kind of what this film was.
Yeah.
Where a lot of the movie was set up. Characters are introduced, but they don't matter for this movie, but they will matter for the next one. Or things happen in this movie that if you look at this movie in isolation, you're like, what the fuck? But if you know what's going to happen in the third one, you're like, oh, okay, they're setting this up. Like, they have like a festival called FazFest. That's like a plot device in the movie. You would think like, oh, like this festival would be like a big deal because it's packed full of people, but it's just set up the Fazbear Frights horror attraction for the third movie, just like from the game. So it's kind of like they threw a lot of things into this movie to set up for the next one without trying to like focus on the plot of this movie. And I feel like that's just kind of a problem with the kind of movie that this is, because when you plan out a trilogy in advance, you don't think of each movie as separate entries in a trilogy. You think of it as one story, and because of that, like, it doesn't really work that well. Because when you see something as one story, it's like you see that the first movie is Act 1, the second movie is Act 2, and the third movie is Act 3, but it suffers from not being separate movies. It feels like one movie, and I feel like that's a problem unless you release all three movies all at once. Because a sequel should stand alone and also continue, and I feel like this movie doesn't do good standing alone. I feel like you kind of have to watch the first movie and kind of have to watch the third one which hasn't even come out yet, to really fully appreciate this. So I
how
can
do
see
you
why
wa-
people would really hate it. I mean,
How do you watch
what I
the-
mean
how
by
do you
like the
have-
third,
No, go ahead and then I'll
by,
respond.
but what I mean about like watch the third movie ahead of time is like know what they're going to do with the third movie. If you know how FNAF 3 works in the games, you kind of know what to expect. That's kind of what I mean.
Right,
Or
yeah.
it's the kind of movie that like in a couple years from now when they release like the third movie, you can go back and watch it and be like, oh, okay, they were setting up for this. Now I can actually appreciate it.
Right,
That kind of
right,
feels like
yeah,
what
that
this
makes
movie
sense.
is.
So I was like, how do you watch the third movie without watching the second one? Like the second one should
Yeah, I
just
know.
be the second movie, and then it goes on to the third. But I guess that makes sense.
It's simple. Build a time machine, go into the future. No, I'm joking. But so I didn't hate the movie. I had a fun time. It was a fun watch, and there were some cheesy moments, but the movie was self-aware that it was cheesy, and I think it just kind of played around with it. The movie kind of felt like it was more trying to be fun and entertaining, and I think people came into the movie with false expectations. They were expecting it to be like really terrifying, but they got like kind of a fun movie and they were kind of disappointed. But like I said, what did you expect? It's a PG-13 Blumhouse movie. So
Yeah, they made Night Swim. What do you expect?
now some people are like complaining like, you know, like Matthew Lillard wasn't in the movie for like that long, which I could see why people would be upset by that, but he did technically die in the first movie. So he did die in the first movie, and FNAF 3 is his film, like, because that's when Springtrap first appears in the game, so I kind of wasn't expecting him to take center stage in this movie. He kind of only appears in, like, dream sequences or flashbacks and stuff like that. But another person who appeared is actually Skeet Ulrich from Scream as well. He was the second killer in
yeah,
Scream.
that's right.
He plays a character who's his name is Henry. He's an important character in the games, but he appears for like one scene in the movie. Like I said, it's like set up for the third one. Obviously, he's going to be a more important character for that film, but if you don't know who he is, it's like you watch a scene and it's like, well, why are we focusing on this guy? But if you know who he is, it's like, oh, okay, I know what they're going for. But,
So remind me who that is
Did you
again.
say
Is
something?
that the dad of the one daughter who got killed in the beginning, or is that somebody else?
yes, yes, that's him, and he's in the games. He's William Afton's business partner in the games. But yeah, he's also the father of the main villain of the movie, Charlotte, and so essentially, kind of like Halloween Kills, the best part of the movie is the flashback in the beginning, where you see like a flashback to the original Freddy's from 1982, and in there, I did actually like the portrayal of Charlotte in this one. She's kind of this girl who's like a loner, doesn't really have many friends except for like one of the main characters of the movie, Vanessa. But she sees William Afton in the spring Bonnie suit luring a kid into the back room. Like, she sees this kid be taken into there, really, and William doesn't try to look inconspicuous at all. He's like looking around and stuff, like looks super suspicious. So she tries to go warn these parents, like, hey, there's a kid being taken into the back room, and they just completely fucking ignore her. It's like they don't even fucking listen to what she has to say, which I guess in the 80s, you know, parents didn't really listen to kids that much. But I mean, if I was a parent and a kid was like telling me, hey, there's this kid getting lured into the back room, I'd be like, oh shit. I wouldn't just be like, yeah, fuck off, go 6'7" somewhere else. I don't care. I wouldn't do something like that.
Go
I wouldn't
6'7"
do something
somewhere.
like that. But
I didn't expect you to go that route.
they didn't say that in the movie, by the way.
Fuck
They
off,
did
go
not say
yacht
that.
riz
Don't worry.
skibbity somewhere else. Which I hate myself for saying that. Oh my god. That is so
Yeah, you
dumb.
should.
I know. I already
Go
do.
Ohio Riz somewhere else.
That caught me off guard. Holy
Either
fuck.
way, I knew that would make you laugh. Either way, I know it was like the 80s and parents didn't really like listen to kids that much back then. And so I guess it's semi-realistic. I'm sure people have been in situations like that where no one listens to you, but she goes off to save the kid herself. And she does successfully save the kid at the cost of her own life, where she gets stabbed 3 times in the back by William Afton, and she dies, and the trap door underneath her opens up, and she falls down and gets caught by the marionette, and she goes on to haunt that animatronic. But something that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me was that everyone thought it was an accident. I'm like, the 3 giant stab wounds in her back was a fucking accident? How do you think it's an accident when you see a kid with 3 giant stab wounds in her back?
I'm sorry I stabbed you, little girl.
I-
Oh, shit. I stabbed you again. That's my mistake. Oh, a 3rd time. That can't happen 3 times in a row.
Now, I know in the games Fazbear Entertainment is kind of comically, like, bad, like they cover up crimes and stuff like that, or be like, oh, you know, nothing was ever proven in a court of law or something like that. They would do something like that, but there were multiple witnesses. Like, they could have explained, like, oh, they paid them off or something like that, but you're kind of just left to assume that they did it. They don't outright tell you. Like, you're kind of left to assume that the media swept it under the rug, or that they paid them off or something, but they don't actually tell you that in the movie. And I kind of feel like that's something that they should probably tell people. That's not useless exposition, that's, you know, fixing a plot hole. But now it's like up to regular people to figure it out. But they had like newspapers and stuff in the beginning saying that, like, because she went into like a restricted area, it's her fault that she died or something.
Yeah.
But that is semi-accurate to the games. How, like, you know, that corporate would, like, that corporation would, like, cover up crimes and stuff like that. But either way, after she dies, they mention that her ghost is stuck in, like, the last emotion that she felt when she died, which is rage. So she wants revenge against the adults and parents that left her to die, which, fair, they definitely deserve it. But and pretty much most of the movie is just trying to stop her from killing people. She does seem to be hesitant towards killing kids, which is accurate to the games, because in the game continuity, she's kind of the one that helps guide the other spirits into the animatronics. She does help them, like, gain some semblance of peace and life and stuff like that. So in the movie, she does kind of not really attack kids, but she does attack adults and stuff, and she was fine, you know, possessing a kid in the movie as long as it benefited her. But I think they did her pretty well in the movie. She was pretty creepy, but they had a second villain in the movie that I think was not done well at all. And that second villain in the movie is a pretty important character in the games, but they did not do him justice with this movie at all. That character is Michael Afton, and he feels very shoehorned into this movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You could take him out of this film and it would not change one bit. He felt like Venom from Spider-Man 3, where
He did. He really did.
literally he appears in kind of like the middle of the movie, luring these, like, paranormal investigators to go to Freddy's, and, like, he gets them, like, shut off, like, the music box, keeping Charlotte asleep, and gets the animatronics to attack all of them. My question is, why the fuck didn't he just do that himself? Why didn't he just go down there, shut off the music box, run like hell, and then get out of there? He had to send these other fucking people there to do it for him. And then, after he already knows that Charlotte's awakened, he goes down there to double check to make sure that she's awake, and then she tries to attack him. But after he gets out of there, he, like, disappears like the rest of the movie and comes back at the end as if, like, mahaha, I was actually the bad guy the whole time. Because there was a point in the movie where Mike Schmidt tries to sever the connection of the other animatronics away from Charlotte, so she can't control them. Then they mysteriously come back online, like the system got rebooted or something. He took control of them then, and he shows up at the house, literally, like, comically, like, villain style, explains his evil plan, and then it immediately gets foiled, and then he immediately tries to run away and gets knocked out, and then he just disappears after that. It was kind of pretty funny if you think about it. Like, like, why explain your evil plan, and then and then it fails, and he runs off like, "Until next time, He-Man," like with Skeletor, and then
till we meet again, Spider-Man.
I swear, if he had a mustache, he'd be twirling that shit the entire every scene he's in.
He would.
His eyebrows and shit made him look so comically. I know he's supposed to look creepy, but my goodness, did they make it obvious? And it's like supposed to be like a reveal that he was a villain. I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured that one out on my own. I know, I figured something out. I'm smart. Wow. But the thing is that in the games, Michael Afton wasn't really a villain. He kind of had the same role as Mike Schmidt and Vanessa. He was an unwilling, like, accomplice to his father, and he tries to rebel against him, and he has like the traumatic past with his brother dying and stuff, and he's a much more like complicated character, and they kind of split him up into 3 different people for the movie, and that kind of makes him lose the complexity that he has, where he's not really a good person, but he's not really evil either. In the movie, it's like, let's just completely rewrite his character to make him like try to continue his father's legacy, and I feel like that kind of doesn't do the character justice. He's not like that in the games. But anyways, I'm kind of ranting a little bit here about the movie. Overall, the movie is like a 6 out of 10. It is improved in the first movie in terms of action and stuff like that, and references to the games, but it left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I agree. And as for me, I'm not a big FNAF fan. I know about I know some of the lore. I know, like, some of the stuff in there, like, some of the stuff in the movie, like him putting on the mask and stuff, the shadow creature and all that. I'm like, okay, that was all pretty cool. But, like the first movie, I just think it was okay. Maybe a little trash. I don't know. It just feels like, yeah, it's like Mario, where you kind of have to get into the games in order to appreciate the movie.
Yeah,
So,
or like Sonic 3 or something
Right.
like that.
yeah, or any of the
Right.
Sonic
Okay,
films.
Okay,
But,
I can get that.
but I feel like I should just go talk about the human characters more, because there are some that that Jake left out. Vanessa, awful. I think she was awful in the film. Like, the acting is drier than sandpaper. Especially from Abby, which I normally don't hate on child actors. I think some of them are really good, like John Connor and the cast from Stranger Things. But Abby's acting was rough. It was fucking rough. And like, she just pissed me off. I'm like, what makes you so fucking attached to these fucking robots? Like, what is going on? Do you know they tried to kill your brother? Like, Jesus. It's so bad. And...
Well, in the first movie, to understand that, they were kind of being controlled by William, so it wasn't really 100% their fault. They were, in a way, still her friends, so I can understand what that naivety is coming from.
I guess.
But
I'm
as
not
far
sure
as
she's
the
a
acting
child.
goes, yeah, I do agree.
And like, it doesn't help that the dialogue is dog shit.
I kind of... Yeah, and I kind of agree with you. Like, in the first movie, I didn't hate Abby. I actually thought she was fine in the first movie. But in the second one, I will notice that, like the acting for everyone is more dry in the second movie than in the first. The first, it was dry, but not too dry. This one is, like, kind of really dry. It's like they spent more time on, like, the action sequences and not, like, you know, working out, like, the dialogue and script. Exactly.
And I feel like the acting on the animatronics were fine. Like, I thought Matt Pat was really good as Bonnie, and Megan Fox did a good job as Chica. I don't know who did Freddy, but he did a good job. But yeah, I think the human characters are dog shit. I think Matthew Lillard, for the little time he had, he was really good. Also got the pleasure to meet him in November. I think the acting is so dumb. There's some dumb moments in the film. And I gotta be real. I love Wayne Knight. I think he's a funny actor. Like, I love him as Newman. I loved him in Jurassic Park, in Al's Toy Barn, everything from Toy Story 2.
Oh yeah, Jurassic Park.
His character also annoyed me because it's the cliche, like, bad teacher in the movie where he's, like, bullying the shit out of Abby. Like, whoops, I dropped your fucking project. That was totally on accident and shit like that. And he's just like a cliche dickhead and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, can you at least try to make them, like, at least not cartoonishly assholey? Like, come on, at least.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to,
so we're dealing
in the
with
film just to die.
Yeah, so you're dealing with like just subpar or just below average, like human actors. It's like they're just not engaging. They're just not fun to be around with. They're not fun to hear. They're just like so we can just forget about them. They're not memorable at all, right? That type of vibe.
yeah, it's literally just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
here's how you were supposed to act, so act this out. And it's like, okay, I don't get. It's.
It sounds like even their cliche. It sounds like even their cliche lines, like they can't even get right either. They can't even like
No.
make that sound interesting.
And I will say the death.
That's
I will say Newman's death in the film. He's not called Newman, but I'm calling him Newman. But like his death in the film, honestly made me laugh quite a bit because it reminded me of Omni-Man. And if you've seen Invincible, you know what I'm talking about. So
it's not really. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't squeeze it like a fucking watermelon, like how Kingpin did in Daredevil, but it was definitely it was an off-screen beheading, basically.
Because it had to be PG-13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going the Venom route where whoa, we can't show the blood. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, and let me just. This is gonna make me sound like a grumpy old man. Jake liked the audience reaction. I really didn't. I really fucking didn't. And usually I'd be okay with it.
Because of those girls next to you.
Yeah,
I didn't.
there were
agree
two
with that.
fucking girls that were talking constantly. One of them was just shining their bright ass phone right in my peripherals, and I
Oh,
was just
God.
so pissed. I'm like, can you turn off your fucking phone? You moron! You were here to watch the damn film, not go on TikTok. You stupid bitch. But it's like,
It's the movie theater. You shut off your phone. That's always customary.
It's because everyone has to be a social media influencer everywhere they go. That's why.
exactly, and it's like, oh look, it's Bonnie
loser, get a
from
life.
Five Nights at Fred, and like, and there were kids talking throughout the movie, which like, control your fucking kids. Like, seriously, just tell them to shut up. Like, I get you're trying to be kind to your kids, like, oh, I can't be rude to them, but once in a while you gotta put your foot down and tell them, hey, be quiet, we're watching a film, you're ruining it for the audience. Like, come on.
These pussy ass parents. Come on, these pussy ass parents scared to discipline their kids. Well, seriously.
Exactly.
Some kids need some discipline. Parents are too like, oh, I don't want to be seen as a mean parent. Like, fuck.
I don't want to
What do you
traumatize my
think
children
parents-
for raising my voice.
What do
Like,
you think-
gotta fucking raise your voice every once in a while.
It's not like it's like the 1970s where you're like whacking them with a stick or something. I mean, like just
Exactly.
yell at them or something.
You're not
Or,
fucking
like,
whipping
be
them
like
with your belt. You're just pointing them the finger, not the middle finger, your pointer finger, and just telling them to be quiet.
Or put like soap in the mouth or something. I don't know. That's what my mom did to me.
Or they might pull a Christmas story and say,
wait,
oh,
wait,
it's
wait,
poisonous
wait,
or
wait.
whatever.
No.
Wait, couldn't you just put your hand like, couldn't you just put your finger over your mouth and just tell the kids to be quiet?
Either way, just do
Yeah,
something.
but I would just probably. Yeah,
Um,
something. I mean, I don't know, but kids are kind of this generation.
And
Man, they're loud.
the cheering,
Yeah.
the
Well, what do
cheering
you
was
expect?
fine.
The brain runs on TikTok.
Yeah, and like the cheering was fine, but someone made a good point. Like, shouts out to the Porcupine Podcast. They fucking hated the film, by the way. I also commented on this. I can't tell if this is like a memeable type of cheering like Minecraft, or if it was like a legitimate audience reaction, kind of like how Endgame was, or they're like legitimately hyped, where they're like, "Oh my god, it's Bonnie, it's like Toy Bonnie or whatever the fuck." I'm like, are you seriously being hype about this shit, or are you just memeing it like how you did, fucking like Chicken Jockey and all this shit in Minecraft? Like, is it like that, or is it like legitimate audience reaction where they're just cheering for what they think is a good movie?
It was kind of both. They did cheer at moments that were meant to be hype, and then they cheered at moments that weren't. Like, Toy Bonnie, it's just because it was voiced by Matt Pat. That's purely the only reason why. He kind of didn't do much in the movie. But yeah, it was a bit of both. For certain moments that were like references, that was authentic. But for certain moments that were like, oh, the memes, yeah, there were definitely moments like that too.
Yeah, 'cause, oh shit, the music turned off. I didn't even realize. But yeah, it's like the toys showed up again, like the ones that are seen in the photo right here. Which, by the way, I think I actually used this for the first episode, which is funny.
No, those aren't the toys. Those are the originals.
Yeah,
The
like
toys are the main ones in this movie.
Okay, yeah, like the original one showed up at the end of the film in like a fucking endgame type of scenario where they're like, "Hey, let's just kill the fucking toys" and shit like that.
They were trying to reference one of the books there. I kind of knew they were gonna do this. They were referencing the Twisted Ones, where the same thing kind of happened.
Yeah.
Except, I mean, that book wasn't all that good, but I think it was better executed in the book than it was in the movie.
Yeah.
Because they had one. It didn't come completely out of left field because they had one scene to set it up, but it was still only one scene to set it up.
Yeah, and also, oh my god, the end credit scene. Springtrap does show up at the end. People got hyped for that. And people also got hyped for seeing cool. Fucking Michael dry-ass acting Afton. Like, it's just like, oh, my name is Michael Afton. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's like saying Bond, James Bond. We know who the fuck you are, dude.
They made it very obvious. Like, cause come on, Mike.
Exactly.
Who else would he be?
I mean, yeah, that was more obvious than Mr. What's
like, oh, you're an Afton? Gee, I wonder who could have guessed that.
Yeah, that was more obvious than Mr. What's
One thing that worries me about.
One
thing that worries me about the FNAF movies is, like, with these two movies, like, these two video games are considered, like, the best of the FNAF series. What are they going to do when they get to the third movie? Because no one's really going to care about it. Because the first two movies are already done, and they already kind of squandered those two first movies. So no one's really going to care about the third or the fourth movie, because there's not really that much of a fan base as there is for the first two.
I don't know. I feel like they gotta
wish that they did the movie so much. I wish that they did the movie so much better, because honestly, the first two games are freaking amazing. I mean, if you play them like and truly appreciate them, they're really good. Like the first 4 games were really great. Now, I would say probably like the original series, like the first 6, but these movies, they're mid. I don't think this movie deserved a 12%. I would say probably like 33%, like the first movie got.
No, I'd say it gets like a 50. Like there are some moments that I enjoyed, but over time I'm like, all right, it should have been better.
I kind of feel like the 12% is like, no, that it doesn't. It's not that bad.
12% is like what Joker 2 should have gotten.
Yeah. Oh, but like the 88% doesn't deserve that either. I would say if you put it in like the 50 to 60 range, that's a fair objective score. But like, this is definitely better than like a Minecraft movie.
I would watch this over Minecraft for sure.
Because at least this tried to take itself semi-seriously. I mean, obviously, like a lot of it was like a lot of jokes and humor. And I think again, there were some legitimately funny moments in the movie, and some moments that were unintentionally funny.
Yeah, and like, what does the Minecraft movie have that FNAF 2 doesn't? Like, FNAF 2 is Corey Kenshin. What more do you need?
Yeah, just get. Yeah.
Oh god,
Keep
yeah.
in mind,
I
though-
forgot,
Oh, they brought
I
him
forgot
back?
he came back.
Yeah,
They brought
Corey,
him back?
Corey
Yeah, they
Kenshin's
brought
back
him
in here.
back.
Easily the
I
best
did
part.
like that
Just keep
scene.
Easily.
It's
Mind
really
though, guys.
cool.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just keep in
Did they
mind,
bring
guys, that
anybody
like
else?
people usually. Yeah, you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just keep in mind that because a lot of people usually like review bomb movies. So like you could be seeing like a review that's like just way off the cuff, unless it's like fully explained in detail as to like what actually went down wrong, or even right. Yeah. So in any type of resemblance to the film itself. So like all that takes to someone's review. Like I said, if they give like a 12% or 15%, just keep it for a grain of salt always, because it's like they could just be like hating just to hate, because like this certain
Yeah.
character did this,
There-
and then like this
yeah.
movie scene was like bad, banging.
Yeah, there were some
Oh, yeah.
reviews that if you
Yeah.
look at, there were some reviews that were definitely just bad takes, like the movie was too loud or something like that. That was one of the reviews. It
Mhm.
was too loud, F- or something, or I don't understand this, F or something. Like, or people that just clearly didn't follow along with it at all, or just didn't even watch the movie, just gave it an F. There were moments like that for some of the reviews, and then other reviews were actually honest and actually good. But
Like how we are.
I think the movie, like you should, I would say this movie is kind of the film that you have to watch once to make your own opinion on it, but probably not more than once. I don't think it deserves nearly as much hate as it's getting. It doesn't deserve that, but it also doesn't deserve the overwhelming praise. It's kind of a film kind of like the first one. It's decent. Like, yes, it's more action-packed and fun than the first one. I think the first one had a bit more story and a little bit more better characterization, and even then that wasn't perfect. But I feel like the third movie, I think it's following that Blumhouse tradition of like Halloween Kills, kind of, where this movie's all action and scares, and the third one's going to be more story based. But I'm kind of mixed on whether or not I prefer the first or the second movie better. I don't know.
Yeah,
In terms of
same.
a story, I would say the first one. I would say in terms of a story, the first one's probably better in terms of the story and making you care about the characters. But in terms of action and stuff like that and references and stuff, is better than the first one, because the first one is kind of boring a little bit at some moments because it tries to tell too much of a story. It tries to like make like a mystery, but you kind of guessed it already. Like, you kind of know Matthew Lillard's William Afton, but the movie tries to pretend like you don't know that.
Right, yeah.
Right.
But I already do.
You know what's weird? A lot of parents probably look at like the stuff that like Gen Alpha looks at as brain rot, but there's probably people that look at FNAF and think it's brain rot.
It kind of is and was
There
because
are some people that did
Probably,
say that, but this movie...
Yeah, that's a good take. Yeah, that's a good take. I understand that.
yeah.
It's
But-
not as brain rot as Minecraft is. I would say this movie has a lot of references to the games, but if you think that this is FNAF brain rot, trust me, I've seen some things that I wish I could unsee, and I can't. So this movie was not brain rot in that perspective. It could have been... Oh, God. There are some people that are actually sick out there. I
Right.
think they need help. Definitely.
They need more than help,
If
man.
you go, there are some FNAF fans. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, there are some FNAF fans out there. There's the normal ones like me who are just gamers that love games and good stories and stuff. Then there are those
There are ones that
that
are into the animatronics, yeah.
and then there are the crazy ones out there. There are people that are even probably worse than furries than FNAF, and I don't associate with them in any way, and I don't encourage anyone to associate with them
I mean,
at all.
I
Stay
mean,
away
it's-
from the
it's-
dark side of that community.
It's the
Well,
same
it's-
thing with Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, I feel like there's like the normal fans like Tasha,
Yeah,
and then there's
yeah.
like the crazy fucking loonies. So like that goes for every
you know,
fan
it's
base.
kind of like Star Wars.
Star Wars
it's
is
like Star
toxic.
Wars.
They're,
Just
they're not
kidding,
crazy.
kidding.
Star Wars is toxic, not weird. The Sonic the Hedgehog fan
Yeah.
base definitely is weird.
But
Not
like if
not
you say-
not
I'm
including the
kidding.
casual ones. The casual ones like Tasha, they're good.
Because if you say, for example, oh, I'm a Star Wars fan or I'm a Sonic fan, they're like, oh, okay, you're one of those people. You have to be like, no, I'm not one of those people. I just like the Sonic game. I just like Star
I just
Wars.
like that one
Like, I
movie.
love the original trilogy. I grew up with it. It's like, oh, okay, I
Right,
gotta
right.
be with those people now.
You're welcome, babe.
I think when people think of the Sonic fan base, they think of Chris Can. I think that's a problem.
Ugh.
Oh god. Oh god.
Um,
Oh man.
but yeah,
Oh,
we're
no.
we're about an hour and 16 minutes in.
I mean, like,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, like, just to piggyback off of that statement, I mean, like, so as long as the movie just like stays true to its original source material, to its best of its ability, I really feel like people are going to enjoy that factor just even more. It's not like we're dealing with a Dragon Ball Evolution type of situation where it's just like everything's just completely thrown out the window and then we're just gonna build this from the ground up, and hopefully it slaps, and hopefully people don't word rage on the internet about it. It's not like the Sonic films or the FNAF films are like that. I did watch the first one. It was cool. I wish it was a little bit more on the gory side, kind of lean towards
Yeah,
radar, but like I know for a fact that that's probably not going to be the case because of the source material itself. So, well,
Yeah.
because the games aren't gory either. Because I think games they rely on jump scares and creepy atmosphere, which is effective at first, but you quickly become desensitized to it. But it makes up for that by having fun gameplay mechanics that keeps you engaged. So it's actually like a fun game to play. So once you get over like, oh, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm up against, then it just becomes that gamer determination. Like I have to beat this game. I have to 100% it. That's kind of where it like shifts, and I think that's why the games did as well as they did, because there are some horror games out there where they start out very scary, but they have horrible mechanics, and then once you get past the scares, it's like, okay, this game sucks. It's not fun. There were some games that were like that. And I
like
think
the crazy
the
maze game.
Yeah, but like the first 7 games, I think what they did well is that they had engaging gameplay and also replayability, because they had Easter eggs and stuff where they didn't tell you the story straight up. Like they had it hidden in Easter eggs that you had to find and speculate about, like putting puzzle pieces together. That was part of the fun of it. You can't really do that for a movie because people expect you to tell it to them straight up, and I think that's another thing that this movie tried to do. It's like they tried to put like the puzzle pieces out there and told the audience figure it out, and movie people don't want to do that stuff. Like for the games it worked, I don't think it would work for a movie format.
Yeah.
I think it's because
if
like
you're
a
gonna
lot
do it-
like a lot of the
Yeah.
actually no, Joe, you can go.
No, it's alright. I just wanted to wrap this
Yeah,
up because
what's up,
we're almost hour 20 in, and we have one more thing to discuss. But you could just wrap it up with this.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say that, like, you know, like, video games and movies are different because, like, video games, like, the developers have their own way of, like, thinking how they want the story to be, and then once it goes to Hollywood developers get their greedy hands on it, and that's how you get movies like the FNAF movie.
But the problem is that the guy who made the games
That's a good point.
wrote the script for this movie. But just because you're a good story writer for a game doesn't necessarily mean you're a good story writer for a movie. That's not the same thing. He even tried to write a few books. The first book he wrote, The Silver Eyes was pretty good. It was pretty decent. But the other ones he made flopped terribly because he tried to be too experimental. So just because like you're good at making game stories, it doesn't mean you're a good author or a good script writer. You should stay to what you're good at, writing stories for games, and even then, he's kind of kind of lost his touch a little bit since the originals games.
It's been a long time. I mean, sometimes simple is better. Simpler is better.
Yeah. But before we get to
that's true.
so yeah, I'm gonna pause the music real quick. Before we get to the final topic, because I know Step is gonna leave after I talk about this. I just want to say thank you guys so much for 2 years. It has been extremely fun doing this, and right now it's actually 12:07 a.m. So Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. Um, but I just wanted to say
Merry
to
Christmas Eve, guys. Merry Christmas.
exactly.
And for
Um,
all a jolliest year.
hell yeah. Um, but yeah, so just to
Remember
wrap
to give people season things.
exactly. But yeah, so since this is the final stream of
Right.
since this is the final podcast of 2025, I just want to say it has been a very weird year, especially in terms of the podcast. We've seen people come and go. Not naming names, but and this podcast has been basically sort of like it's been kind of going through changes, not just in terms of like hosts and guests and stuff, but also just kind of like what I want to do with it and all that stuff. I did say originally I was going to do it pre-recorded, but honestly, I feel like doing it live is way better than doing it pre-recorded. I feel like just having like live discussions, like having Tasha in there, like in chat and like everybody else listening in. I feel like that's better for this podcast, and it really means a lot to me that not only you guys are still part of this and want to do this, but the audience listening greatly appreciate it. And I also want to give a shout out to D4 and Tasha, who I feel like so badly wanted to be there, but Tasha is currently going through a sickness right now, and well, she's recovering. She's on like the end stage of it, but still has trouble talking, according to what she's told me. And also D4 is in Japan, so he could not show up either. But
Oh,
I
snap.
I want to thank you both for being great co-host on the podcast. It's really fun having you, and hopefully in 2026 I can have you guys on more often. And thank you, Stefan and Jake Gooden, and of course my second host Jake, for making this podcast what it is and keeping it alive. Greatly appreciate you guys.
You're welcome. We're very glad to be here for over 2 years now, and to many, many more.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad to be
Yeah.
part of this. This podcast series. It's really fun. It's engaging. Lots of laughs. Lots of great times. Yeah. I just want this to go continue, and I'm very glad that you decided to go continue, especially have all the like IRS things that's been happening recently, Joe. It really shows that you're a real trooper and that you're dedicated to your craft. You know what I'm saying? So, and we couldn't be any more appreciated than that. We're very lucky that we actually have this platform to go talk, and we're just very happy that you're here. And I know for a fact that better things are to come. It's gonna be a lot more great movies, a lot more great shows, a lot more great video games and series to go review and talk about, share and discuss how we feel. You know what I'm saying? This has just been it's honestly personally been like, one of the best podcasts that I've ever been on, and definitely the longest one that I've been on.
Thank you, man.
But this is this is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you guys, and I love this series. Yeah, I want it to shine even more, for sure.
Yeah, love you all
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
And Tasha says
Yeah.
yes.
And one thing to keep in mind, Joe, that when you go through struggles and go through obstacles and problems that happen throughout your lifetime, one thing to keep in mind is you might go through struggles in life, but it takes a strong person like yourself to go through struggles and then continue to keep pushing on and keep fighting. You're like Rocky Balboa in a way, where you'll go through struggles and obstacles in life, but you always bounce back and always make content and focus on what's important to you. And to me, that is something that is very important in life. So that's something I give major props to, because not every person, not every streamer would have the dedication to go through obstacles and still keep pushing along like you do. So to me and to everybody else here, we're all very, grateful and thankful that, you keep pushing and trying to give everybody good content while still going through obstacles and trying to manage your way through life. So once again, thanks for everything.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And Tasha says, yeah, serious flu, be very serious, and having to be here in chat is a shame, but I'd rather do that than interrupting every second. But yeah, it's been a blast with the time I've been around. Thank you, babe, for being part of it. I'm very appreciative, and I love you. And
Oh.
shut up. But and thank you, Jake, again for like not everybody's been here for. I think I'm the only common denominator out of the 60 episodes, but I still appreciate you all being here, and there will be many more to come starting on January 2nd, where I will be doing a tier list of the best and worst of 2025. I'll be making the tier list myself. We'll be discussing all the movies, shows, and video games that have come out in 2025. We'll put them in a tier list to see where exactly things should go. And it'll be basically how we did the Mario Kart courses and like X-Men movies and all that stuff. It'll basically be like that. So I hope to see you guys there for that. But to wrap up the show, we're going to go back to what we discussed in the last episode. But Jay Gooden has not talked about this yet, and how fitting that tomorrow is actually the second part of this show. Jay Gooden, I'll... Tasha says, love you too, honey. Keeping it to that as it's live. Yep. I appreciate it either way, hun. But yeah, so Jay Gooden, I'll let you take center stage. What did you think about Stranger Things Season 5 so far?
All right, I'm gonna get going because I don't want to get spoiled. But have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, you too, man.
Happy holidays.
All right, take care. Happy
Merry
holidays, man.
Christmas.
Yeah, Stranger Things 5 episode 1 for 4 was absolute blast. I mean, honestly, this is I'm gonna try to remember as much as I possibly can. Because I've been watching a whole bunch of things, you know, including this. Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was just a blast of an adventure. It's good to see like the gangs back here are you know, just basically picked off, you know, what we left off from Stranger Things 4, the end of it. It is sad that you know, Eddie's no longer with us. You know, the person with the Hellfire Club. But they make a really good tribute to him, and I like the fact that like that never ever really forgot about the character, and like, you know, just how he engages so well from like the end of Stranger Things 4. So it was really cool to go see that tribute and just like kind of honor the guy. And Dustin was trying his best in order to bring back that Hellfire Club. They start off with him getting bullied a lot from the asshole jocks. Yeah, for trying to bring up the Hellfire Club, but you know, he was dedicated in order to like, you know, bring back that school club, you know, and so never ever forget, you know, how much of a big impact that Eddie was with the team. So, but other than that, 11, she's a freaking X-Men. Like, she's just
Exactly.
super powered, man. Like, she was doing all types of tricks and using all of her powers, like her telekinesis, everything. Like, she's her own Jean Grey, bro. Seriously, like, dude, she's super.
They even had.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm
They
trying
even
to
had
remember
to give
everything,
her.
but like, yeah.
They even had to give her a kryptonite because it was too powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I
The-
mean, like, dude, like, she's so dedicated into like, you know, stopping on Vecna and stopping on the Demigorgons this time around. Like, she's like a real true superhero at this point in time. So it was pretty interesting. Like, you know, she's like dedicated to the max in order to like make sure that this never ever happens again. To the city. So it was cool. A lot of rotating parts happened. I mean, I feel like the pacing was pretty good. They did use like composition with like telling all 3 stories again, but this time around it feels like everyone. It feels like instead of like 3 different stories, like being told at the same time, they kind of do that, but now it's like everything is like coming together. So everyone's just now working together for like one major goal, and it's pretty cool to go see that happen, because you know, like, this is like the finale. It really feels like an actual true finale. Like, this is it, guys. You know, everything that you've been waiting for 10 years is finally gonna come into fruition. We are here. You know what I'm saying? It's the final countdown.
They better play that in the finale, I swear to God.
Yeah, and how fitting it is, because that Yeah. No, it will really be fitting. It will really be fitting because it is based in the '80s and like that was one of the best '80s tracks ever, and just showing that like they're going to go stop this thing one last time. Yeah, it's definitely fitting. I really hope that they play that in the episode tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I mean the side character. I mean, we got this new side character that's kind of like a dork. Um, that pops in because
Oh,
there was a
Derek.
part where there, yeah, Derek, yeah, Derek. What it call, they kept calling him like what? Uh,
Dipshit Derek.
dipshit Derek. Dipshit
He's
Derek.
so funny.
He kind of, Derek kind of felt like it's understandable because like he's just now dragged into this. He's super confused as to why his family got abducted, and like it's all because that Vecna was doing their best in order to target the kids, and like they want to go use Derek, because one of the main characters thought that he was going to be the next target because like he can pretty much like hear what Vecna's saying through his conscious and understand that like he's going to be the next victim. So for him coming into this, it was kind of fun. I kind of like Derek. Like he was kind of goofy, but like he was kind of like the nerdy kid that was just he was a dipshit, but at the same time, it's understandable. Like the man's scared out of his mind. He doesn't know what's going on. His family's getting abducted. His family also got drugs. So like him being trapped.
I mean,
into the warehouse. Yeah.
he was kind of
Yeah,
a dipshit before that.
Yeah. I get it because his name definitely does stick, but like you can tell that like once things actually like got into around with how the character was feeling, it was completely understandable. And then he eventually just gave up on like the whole situation of like trying to piece all this together on a normal front. This actually seemed like, dude, this is a supernatural event that's happening in Hawkins. Let me do what I can in order to go help out. Like it was really cool. So this new character, yeah, I give him like an 8 out of 10. Like he's not annoying. He's there. It was like a really good situation where it's like you're scared out of your mind, but you want to stop this. You want to know what's going on in your family. You want to know what's going on with like your fellow classmates, all that. So it was cool. But dude, we got another freaking X-Men. What's the name? I forgot his name. The one that uses Vecna's powers. It's finally revealed that he can now use powers too. And yeah, so seeing him finally like come into the fray in order to go stop what's happening, it gets me so excited because now we got two psychics on the team that can finally like kind of even the playing field here and stop Vecna. So
3 actually.
Seeing this, huh?
There's 3.
3? Okay. Who's
Yeah.
the third one?
There 8.
Oh yeah, eight. That's right. Yeah. So seeing this this coming along, I really feel like this is going to be something that's very understandable for them to actually like do all Vecna and the Demigorgons. Because let's just be real. If they didn't do this, how are they actually really gonna go stop like all these creatures from the upside down? They're not gonna go do it with like the toy soldier GI Joe soldiers that we see. That the guns and tanks are just not gonna do anything to go stop them. I mean, like it kind of makes sense as the writers and the direction like should going here to having like psychics actually come in here to like finally like put in a dent to Vecna. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just so freaking excited for it, man.
Yeah, it gets you really pumped. Like Will getting powers, even though I definitely called it and definitely knew it was happening, it was still fucking awesome seeing it.
But it makes sense too because you can see that the build up with Will, throughout the years, throughout the seasons, you know, why would you not want to give him powers? Why would you not like, you know, um, waste? You shouldn't waste his opportunity. Like it's fitting. It's fitting that like you know like he could be his own 11, his own 8. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really
I'm
psyched. I
gonna
want to go
go now.
see what he does.
Okay.
We
Have a good one,
yeah
Jake. Merry Christmas.
okay. Take care.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm psyched for it.
Yeah,
I'm super psyched for it.
I'm very excited for part 2 as well. I do have a couple questions I'd like to ask you though about the series, or the season, I should say. What did you think about the whole like Home Alone-esque scene where the gang was trying to get the Demogorgon, like trying to track the Demogorgon and using like traps and stuff to lure it into where they wanted it to go? What did you think about that?
They had no, well, the gang had to use the resources in order to like stop them in the real world. So yeah, I think it was kind of clever. It was cool to go do that. Like especially like my favorite traps was when like you know he got blazed into a fire and then he was and him going through the trap door for him to like fall down. I don't know. It kind of worked. It kind of didn't work, but like they were doing their best in order to like stop him from like attacking all the other children and all the other families. I think it was kind of cool. That's a nice cool call back too. So I really feel like they do their best to Stranger Things. They do their best to like pay homage to like many old school movies and series like E.T., and like how you said Home Alone. So for this happening, I mean, like yeah, it's cool to see. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and what did you think about the opening scene of episode 2 with Karen and Ted fighting the Demogorgon and taking Holly?
Oh man, that was interesting. It was kind of gory, in a sense, because like it was I think it was when the mom was in the bubble bath and like she couldn't hear what was going on, and then like and then Holly, she dealt with the Demogorgon, going inside her room, and she doing her best in order to like run away from it. Yeah, I think it was interesting. I think it was cool. It's sad that the dad and mom like they dealt with serious injuries during the blast, but I do like that Holly and her mother was very clever to actually go inside the bubble bath for that long of a time while the Demogorgon was trying to go find them in the bathroom, and then like the dad just come in here trying to play hero and trying his best in order to go stop the creature. But Holly's mother, hats off to her because she was a real big trooper too. She did her best in order to like fight the monster head on. And, like that took some balls, man.
Yeah,
that took some real good balls.
Honestly, kudos to them
Yeah.
both because Ted did his thing too, even though he didn't really do shit. He still at least he didn't sleep through it. He's just like, you know what, I'm gonna hit him with a golf club, but that's not gonna do shit. But still, at least he went down swinging.
Yeah. It's just good to see that, like, the human characters who don't have powers, they're doing their best in order to, like, even the playing field and, like, just trying to stop the monsters as much as they can. It's still thrilling to see them do that. And it's very clever on, like, them using their brains. A little bit over the bronze in order to, like, just to stop what's happening. I mean, yeah. So I would say, like, using the traps and the sequences, aside from the psychic powers that 11 and will have, I mean, I think it goes hand in hand. It's like you're still gonna have a good time with both. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And final thing, what did you think about the return of Max and the whole Mr. What's-It storyline?
Oh man, that was creepy as heck, man. Holly like finally getting everything that she ever wanted, and in that well built mansion. That was kind of cool for her to go see. She finally she finally like got like an escape from all the things that happened to her family, but she knew that something was completely off. So she kind of had like her own unique expedition too, her own unique adventure. Like her dressing up as a princess and and as a Girl Scout, and then Max just like giving her a message, yeah, proof in a mailbox, and her like coming out and reading it. Like she knew that she had to go make a decision because it's like this is too good to be true. I know that's what was happening in her mind. This is all too good to be true. Let me find out what's really going on. Why is this interesting man, this that's too nice to me, is telling me not to go into the woods? I mean, like, it's the child. I mean, like, just think about it here. I mean, like, you're not gonna go. They're not. They're just gonna stay well kept in a house, in a big house all day. Like, she's gonna go on an adventure. So I've seen that happen, and I called that. But for Max, to actually like popping up, I'm so glad that like we get to see her shine again, or instead of just like her just being in a coma in the real world. But yeah.
Yeah. Also,
you
real
guys
quick.
can hear me clearly?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna ask. Can you guys hear Jay clearly? Because he is cutting out a little bit on my end. I did turn the music down so you guys could hear him more, but it is in the yellow when he talks. But I just wanted to know, just so that like
Okay. Yeah, it could be my connection, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to like talk as clear as I possibly can. But yeah. But yeah. Max being back. Yeah, let's go. I'm psyched for it.
Yeah, I'm
You
very happy about that.
She's gonna play like a really good. She's gonna play like a really good all pivotal role, like coming in. I want to go see. Let's see what that's up about for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. And yeah, season 5 so far is starting off to be really great. I'm very excited to see where they go with the next 3 episodes tomorrow on Christmas, and for the finale on New Year's Eve. I'm very looking forward to that too. So yeah, good start. Don't you agree?
Heck yeah.
Hell
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is definitely gonna be this is gonna hit number 1 in top 10 shows for Netflix, like starting tomorrow for sure. Yeah, it's definitely gonna one up the Sean Combs Reckoning documentary. I think
yeah.
that's number 2 now. Stranger Things episode 5 is definitely gonna be number 1 starting tomorrow.
Yeah, Stranger
Sure.
Things did go down a little bit. Yes, I know the music turned off, by the way. But yeah, Stranger Things did go down, but I feel like with this and the finale, it's gonna go back up. And like Netflix crashed twice, so I think the view count is extremely high for the show. Like I don't know if it beats Squid Game in terms of the view count, but this and the finale will definitely bring it up there too. So just combining both of those, season 5 will definitely look to be the highest viewed show ever on Netflix, which I'm very happy about because Stranger Things is fucking goated. So
Hell yeah. Yep. For sure.
but
All right.
yeah, so that do you have anything else you want to say about the show?
No, that's pretty much it. Like I think David Harbour's a character, him being a troop. It's so satisfying to see him be a badass in his own way.
Yeah, Hopper's
Um,
so goated.
like him, yeah, Hopper's super goated. I mean, like just him playing that soldier like role, especially in Upside Down. Like when they're trying their best in order to go through the walls in order to rescue Holly, and you find out what's going on with Max. I mean, like dude, he was so menacing, going up against a soldier during that interrogation. 11 looks like creeping up in his mind. Yo, yo, this guy can literally sell his role so good, man. So good. Hopper is just, I love David Harbour, bro. He's just amazing.
Yeah, David Harbour's great.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll review part 2 and the finale in the next episode of the podcast, probably before. Actually, no, during the tier list. But yeah, unless there's anything else, that is it for the show. Yeah, I think this was a very good way to celebrate 2 years and to reach um 60 episodes of the podcast. So, what do you think about it?
This is definitely one of the best episodes you had so far. Three major topics, including Game Awards. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you definitely hit it out the park with this one. So just the best way to, yeah, definitely the best way to go. Can't wait for episode 61 with the tier list. So that's gonna be great. Hopefully, we have a lot more people to go talk this time. But like I feel like the we had our usual suspects. So it was entertaining, like, overall. It was cool.
Yeah,
But I have a feeling that we're gonna get like more people to come on board with the tier list for sure.
yeah,
So
no,
hopefully,
I agree,
yeah.
and um,
Mm.
yeah. So again, I'll put face cam on for this. Just want to say thank you all for joining in for the year that the podcast has been going on for. It's no secret that this year has not only been rough for me, but it's also been rough for the podcast in general because we have seen people come and go. Like I said, not naming names, not going to start drama or anything like that. But it almost, I feel like it was almost the end of the podcast a couple times because either just I lost motivation or I just didn't really feel like doing it, or maybe I just lost passion for it. But every single time I think that way, I just get proven wrong. I'm like, you know what? These are really fun to do, and I'm very happy that you guys keep on enjoying them. You guys watch them, like them, all that stuff. It really means a lot. I know they don't get as much attention as, like, let's say the Mario Kart streams and even like streams in general, but even so, for those like Daniel and Tasha and JM who regularly watch the podcast and also participating in some way, yeah, I greatly appreciate you all. And Jay Gooden, of course, thank you for being arguably the biggest supporter of the podcast. Really means a lot that you keep on promoting it, want it to go far and beyond. And yeah, it just really means a lot to me that you guys are really um, enjoying the show. And for 2026, not only will I do more gaming streams, but I will also do more podcasting. I'm thinking of bringing it back to weekly instead of every other week. But I'll try and fit in the watch parties. Um, but yeah, more talk will be more of that will be talked about on the 30th of December, which is my final stream of 2025. I'll be playing through Mario Kart and Sonic Cross Worlds as the final stream of 2025. I'll talk more about my future plans for 2026 and future stuff of the channel because I am going back to college. Hopefully, this is the last time, and hopefully it's for good because uh, film school is definitely rough. I definitely don't want to go back there ever again, but I think I found a career that is suitable for myself and suitable for me in the long run. So hopefully it'll be good, and I will talk more, like I said, about the future streams, future podcast, all that stuff, future schedule. That will all be discussed on next Tuesday, the 30th, while we were playing Mario Kart and stuff like that. But either way, thank you guys again for watching this. It really means a lot, and it's great to see that we've made it to 60 episodes. What I'm hoping for the podcast is we make it to episode 100. We do more topics, and yeah, maybe just go back to weekly. So very looking forward to that, and I appreciate you all for being here yet again. Yeah, and since I will not be seeing you guys until the 30th, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, and I hope your 2025 was at least semi-decent, and I wish you good luck for 2026, and have a Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy whatever you celebrate. Yeah, so that's about it. Thank you guys again. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.
All right. All right. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one, y'all.